I think GG just decided it's like a 50% win rate. Let's just call it and move away. As the XCG
I mean, they
now
did the same on Morris,
on
remember?
to GG, though, don't actually have any gear onto all of their players, so they finally got weapons, so they might be feeling a little bit more comfortable, but lacking in the armor department may come across as Kakaishi has lost a little bit of HP. There's only one grapple, though, to work with, so gear-wise, struggling a little bit, and JL are joining up as well. I think everybody's just going to scatter because this is getting too hot too quick.
Yeah, both of these two teams in the area, 2 out of the 3, going to be on match point eligibility, not wanting to take a fight until they feel fully confident that they have the loot. KLA now taking the fight against WBG. Karumi Tava comes on out early. QGG gets the damage reduction as everyone jumps on top of WBG's Baige. This Taka definitely going to be looking like a target for KLA to start to jump down into, especially since the app ability has already been burned. QGG going to be able now to take the fight against WBG Sleepwalker, just overloading against the Karumi with numbers as the Taka had already gone down previous. Great start to the game coming on through from KLA. They pick up 3 kills, should be able to pick up enough money as well to buy an early Bane's Ref and drop it on Salvation to deny OUG control of Puzzle as XCG having to high score if they want to be able to challenge any of these teams in the lead. Jaranan coming in with the charge, LNB on that dagger, looking for the uppercut confirmation into follow through of that dagger dashes. GG wanting to try and take this fight. CGS with the jump, LNB's coming up from that spit. JL's One Fang goes down. 3 teams in the area. CJS utilizing another one of those shoves, cleaving down the players of XCG. As now it's just going to be a matter of melting VVV outside of the mech. Charged RMB on the Spirit's going to be able to catch him out if he tries to go right. Pushes him, funnels him into the majority of the team of GG on the left. And as a result, VVV goes down. JDG now 2-tick already having to use the ultimate and the cube to reposition. Now waits to see whether or not he can find any of these slash connections onto the players below him. It's not in time to stop OUG's The King from picking up the kill onto one of his teammates. Out of the ultimate now is alone. Should be going down any second now, but he's bailed out by the fact that OUG and KLA are too busy looking at each other instead.
It looks like he did break away from that one. QGG's got the pressure though onto the King. He's actually backing him towards the trap. Not going to get the trap to finish him up though. King with the zip. Actually doing a pretty decent job of sustaining, but...
Wait, JD got the res. They revived the players without the rebirths.
Oh, that is huge for them actually. They're going to chase onto QGG as they are looking to finish up these members. KLA getting in very dangerous position. The ballista from the high ground. 2-tick. Lining up those shots beautifully. Can he land another one? I don't know if he can. Almost got CXZ.
Almost.
Didn't.
That's why you never take your eye off the team that you leave behind if there's still one player. KLA and OUG looked at each other, ignored 2-tick, who was able to find a revive onto both of his players. Then one of them gets to scurry up on top of Ballista, and KLA may have solved Salvation Podium, but QGG might be losing this legendary Hangsword as 2-tick is trying to chase him down. Shadow Step versus Fan. Trap Grid gets set off. QGG kiting that one, 2-tick having to swift to avoid it. Hasn't actually committed the glider just yet. As we might have seen, reinforcements have called through. KLA find the interception. They're prioritizing being able to kite over to the north zone, as well as making sure that if a player from KLA goes down, it's not going to be the one holding that legendary weapon. 2-tick doesn't manage. He throws out the charged R&B directly into the Takeda F. As a result, has to burn that glider. Kek's already gone down, so too has ZDI, and KLA find another huge parry. 2-tick falls. QGG, what a read. He didn't even go for the double jump into F activation. He just straight up stares that Hardy down, anticipates the charged R&B on the Fan, and catches the grab as it comes out.
This is a bloodbath. Just constant action. KLA are putting so many kills on the board. They are leading in scores right now, but not on top of that, they've also just got all of everything set up. They are so strong. This Takeda, golden tongue sword, has the ult, has the fear and shove. OUG are chasing onto him though, and I think this may be the end of days for him. He's trying his hardest, but he's doing a lot, to be fair. He's about to get another rotation of that fear and shove back up. Maybe he could find a turnaround, but I don't know if he can. Does get the F over, caught out. About to use his fear and shove up though, and that is him donezo. I don't know if QGG is going to be able to survive this one. Does get a bunch of damage off, but down he goes. Hang sword lost. But KLA did a lot of work with that.
And crucially as well, the team that they lose the fight to, the team that gets to absorb the loot of that legendary hung sword, not a team that's MVP eligible. That is the best possible outcome for KLA. They get to play their early rebirths, incredibly aggressive, lock in almost double digits in terms of kill numbers. The kiting rotation, absolutely perfect. Gets to take early fight against WBG over in Plumed, push down to put pressure onto OUG and take over Salvation Podium, and then kite over to City of Tank to see if any teams will try to revive and find the recovery over that area of the map, which we see the likes of GG. That's their comfort pick. Like you said, when they lose a fight, they go City of Tank. We know it, KLA know it. Unfortunately, I do believe KLA lost one of their players twice, as it is going to have to be a rebirth charm situation coming through from them, as JDG having revived. Now start to look for a recovery in terms of the loot that they have to give up as a result of losing that fight. Bada being very quiet, have yet to come in with a single kill. Jail also playing it a little bit slower, sitting on 2, playing the long game, starting to kind of, I think they have a key. Yeah, they do have a key. They're gonna put themselves to open this cave. Sash should be opening. It should as well be timed pretty nicely in terms of a lot of these teams who've lost their fights having to go to the Soul Altar and look for recovery, as opposed to being in a position where you can immediately pivot over to that Stash's location and challenge. As you can see, JL are very aware of that potential contest. The Hardy just playing that outside, acting as a scout to give his team a heads up if there is a team coming close, to give them like, hey, we need to book it and disengage so that they don't get stuck inside that very small space.
We are seeing the weather effect kick in, which refreshes all of the troves on the map. So QGG right now dying to Bane's breath, actually. Unless they're doing a revive. Oh, no, they're doing a revive.
Yeah, they're doing a revive.
I was like,
they went...
I was like, no, don't. It's not over. You can win still.
They lost one of their players. And as a result, they put themselves into an area where it's out of the way into the corruption tick damage. It's very early on, so the damage that it does is very minimal. And because you put yourself onto Matab, because it's so far away from everybody else, you don't have to worry about getting contested when you bring that player back without any of the loot. It does mean that they give up the chance of going inside the realm of Yang, but they've already picked up 8 kills. So for KLA, it's fine for them.
Get in for once. Come on. They're really passive about getting in these realm of Yangs. And last game, I think the difference maker was they didn't go inside these realm of Yangs. TE go in to join Bowder. GG. They're just so passive with it. I don't know why.
No, I saw that G got excited. It's JL versus DRG. So Bowder, who are match point eligible, and JL, who are both match point eligible, are going to be going in, as it is going to be Sansaif and Karumi variant trying to find a lock. Rampage comes on through from the Hangsword against the Siphon composition. Jin going incredibly low, forced early into utilizing that Tumult ultimate. Yuran having to immediately come through with the follow-up of the Takeda ultimate, using those fear and shoves to try to peel for his players and keep Jing alive. The Karumi V2 also being thrown into the mix so that they have all of this sustain. We've still got the recast. Jabbing comes out from the staff in the side of the Tumult. F3 gets invested from the Zai. Yuran gets to read the Zai's position, gets a huge fear and shove. Matari ultimate now comes into play. TE spacing it out to have that absorb health after the Zai has gone down in terms of her burst window. Unfortunately, it's not enough to bring one of their players back from the brink. Bowder, Yuran distancing himself from the fight before coming back in with the charge. R&B on that Hangsword, dropping down directly to challenge that support. Takes a little bit too much damage, however, his teammates have his back. They've already been able to take down one of the players from TE, so the Takeda has more than enough spacing to find that reset as GG did take a round of Yang. Does it work out for them? Grabs already come through from EG onto CJS. Double grab comes on through, and the Karumi was not able, or rather the Zip wasn't able to use the sustain. The bubble went wide, did not connect onto one of the players in the double grab, and as a result, they've gone down. EG now out of this ultimate. It's just a case of dispatching 3-3-0, however. And GG, you said that they needed to take a round with Yang Jake. It might have worked against them.
Yeah, it unfortunately did not go in GG's favor. They really misplayed that because they actually got a kill very early inside this round with Yang. I was looking at the kill feed while all the action was going down. They lost the away share on Wolves super early. Oh no, sorry, it's the Takeda. It's Tatami even. They lost their Tatami super early, but it just didn't matter. GG made a couple of mistakes, got the double grab. As soon as they got double grab, they lost all of their power. Now with the 3 kills under their belt, GG has some serious work to do. But they are under-equipped. And unfortunately, I just think, again, GG's passiveness has been an issue for them today, at least in the tail end. As Bowder getting interrupted by WBG, trying to get themselves this more blessing. The Sandstorm breaks out inside. It is just a particle effect. Mayhem here. Yoran trying to find himself a bit of additional damage. He's got the fear and shove. He's going to force them back. They don't even go for the Morris Blessing. They want the kills. They don't give a damn about that. JL closing in as well on a potential kill.
Yeah, they activated the stash. They activated the stash specifically to invite challenge, just the way that we saw previously, right? They want a realm of Yang. They have the Million Birds Might. They signal flat to all of these teams, hey, come fight us for the space, to make sure that they get the full benefit of this buff. As it is now going to be JL potentially slipping into the position and grabbing the loot that Baido left behind. As Baido looking for those kills, JL looking for that third party. Sleepwalker goes down. Peak has also already been minced, and JL crucially only utilized the Hardy ultimate to be able to find the follow-up. If they get third-partied, they're still going to be able to sustain in this fight. GG, having lost that round of Yang, now have Yang Depletion have to win this fight if they want to continue in this lobby and potentially for the first time lift that trophy. Problem is they're up against a Monk yet again. They cannot afford to get double grab. Tumultuous ultimate does come through, making it a little bit harder for Wuzhen to find those grabs.
Oh, LXM.
LXM, the double grab comes through yet again. 3-3-0, so incredibly low. Tumultuous combo breaker from the F comes through, but it's not up for 3-3-0, and CJS gets grabbed as well. WFZ hunting down where the Cicada has run to, and we theorize that maybe GG were running out of steam, that they might have expended their energy too early in this day, and unfortunately that is going to be GG reduced to the only lone Temi, stuck with Yang Depletion, as inside other areas of the map, JDG's 2-tick, the hero Hardy from the last match, has that ultimate, knocks back the players from Wolves. T appearing on the horizon, looking for that third party, wanting to find an in as Wolves lose that K. Here comes the Zai, the F3 announcing TE's arrival, but OUG also wanting an in on this fight. This has the potential to go on for a very long time.
Yeah, this could go for a hot minute. Again, though, GG, the Monk comps, they just fall victim to the grabs constantly. Double grab consistently, it just cost them heavily. There are so many players here, though. This is absolute carnage. ZDI trying to land those cannon shots. Not actually able to quite make the connection onto them, although Leo is going to appear and just kind of bite at the ankles of the mech for the moment. He is going to now lose that mech, and ZDI is going to quickly take the cube, get the glider, get away to safety. They're going to be nice and distanced away for now as JDG. Losing Keck has been a pretty detrimental thing for them. LXM got a rebirth charm off. He purchased one, so he may be able to get at least one player back, use it on CJS. So they've got the debuff back, and the problem is they just don't have the money. And by the time they're done getting everybody back and everybody geared, the game's going to be over. So GG. Unfortunately, great little play to kind of hold on, but
oh no,
it's going to have to be a damn miracle from them, as we are going to see the Realm of Yang spawn up once again, or hear the cry of the Realm of Yang spawn up once again. So the question is Who is actually going to get in that? That could buy some time for some of these teams who are currently reeling and recovering. TE being down a player as well. JDG being down a player. There is a world where they may be able to get their players back as the King is going to finish up 2 tickets.
GG are out. Oh, no, wait, no. LXM goes down.
There it is.
They still have the Takeda in play, but that is rather unfortunate. KLA, seeing that there are too many teams in this area, thought about potentially getting the kill onto JDG when one of their players was scattered off towards Beast Pits, but very wisely backs on off. Loved the fact that they got the Karumi F3 onto that Takeda to scout the area so that OUG's entire team was awaiting. Decided to back off that fight and play for survival. As Bowder and Wolves play for Realm of Yangwin, Yuran coming in with a huge hit of the charged R&B on this legendary fan. Harrier Cannon immediately coming into play as XEM just has to hop into the V3 almost immediately once those players all land. And Bowder swap to the repeating crossbow and start to melt, forcing the boosters so that the cannon uptime is as little as possible. Wolves EG does find a Nezza's, but Bowder do not care. They have the Karumi F3 to just tank all of that damage. Their entire focus right now is onto this Farrier. Now they have to deal with the Transformer, however, coming on through. EG finds a grab. Might be able to find a second coming on through. Really well placed Tumultuous ultimate. Makes it harder for EG to find that grab when Yuan's still in his hand. As a result, he finds the grab onto Jing, but it's after Yuan's already navigated away from that double damage slam, and EG cannot sit in the space and look for the grab as Yuan with that fan fries the Tianhai's armor. Ryder do lose Jing. Peak is still up. Yuan gets caught out in the charged R&B. Fury Shove can still be used when Yuan is in the stagger animation from that parry, and as a result he is able to cleave the other players off of him, but he gets parried yet again and no more Fury Shoves to peel. And Bowder, it started off so well for this team, are now going to be hit with Yang depletion when they're match point eligible, Jake. Some of these teams that risked it are going to be in such a tough position, as Wolves may have started off the day at the very, very top, may have slid down in terms of the leaderboard. But one thing that they have done is that they're griefing every of these teams at the top.
It's too little too late.
Yeah,
they griefed
KLA.
Hold on.
They
shouldn't be in this position. They started at the top. They are a good team. They crumbled under the pressure, and unfortunately, the best they can do is just try and slide up the standings and get a little bit more prize money. And if they do that, they're potentially just giving the win over to KLA. GG, it'd have to be a miracle. I mean, they've actually been able to get 3-3-0 back. Wait, GG is back in the game?
Well, not quite. They've been spotted
they got the whole team back, but oh no.
Wolves are after them with Mystic Might and a legendary pole sword. So that Takeda is going to be very vulnerable. Doesn't manage to find the parry. Uses the Takeda ultimate activation to buy the knockback from Wolves and give a little bit of extra time on the life. But unfortunately, that is going to be the Takeda going down. As Bowder now trying to track down. Bowder trying to track down TE. This is such an important fight for Bowder to win, because they have Yang depletion. If they get this clean kill onto TE before a third party comes through, they can start to make the recovery. If they lose this fight here, they're out of the game for good. Huge parry from Giran onto LYD. Should push the Zip into utilizing that ultimate. Matari ultimate as well comes on through, starts to siphon the damage into health. The Bowder Peak's already been able to pick up LYD. That's one soul been picked up. DRG in the area, however, potentially seeing all of this action going down, looking for that third party with that Tian High. But Bowder, they get the kills necessary, just one more onto TE's Leo, and then they can be out of here, having to reposition, as there are a lot of teams starting to show up on the minimap, crucially JL in the area as well, and Bowder just have to back off.
Yeah, Bowder are going to be able to break away from this one, though. GG have actually got everybody back again. Oh, their mental must be pushed to the limit right now. The amount of rebirth charms they've used, but they are still in the game. That is the major thing for them right now. It has been a rough go, but they are still all here. The problem is they haven't got particularly great soldiers. They haven't got particularly great gear. We'll see if they can do something about that. But right now, Wolves are potentially in MVP eligibility, at least being able to take this game. But it's not going to win them the day. There is literally not enough points for them to win here. But they could rocket up the standings and really change their fortune for how bad this day has been. I mean, they have gained 30 points in 8 games today. That's how bad it has been for the side of Wolves. It has been a rough one overall. But JL right now pretty geared up. Got himself the golden fan. Got purple armor across the board. So JL with the 7 kills they've got are actually pretty set up for the end game. Bowder also pretty set up, although they have this depletion.
Yeah, depletion. Yeah, 2 of their players. They were able to find 1 kill onto TE, but they didn't manage to find even 2 kills as a result. Yeah, it's got to be by the money. Snowstorm hits into Imperial. The problem for them is that jails stand in their way currently. So if they want to try and afford a rebuff jump, their player has to go down before they can buy it, and as a result, they're just all-inning in the fight. But they're up against the hardy composition, which means that JL have the maneuverability to dodge out of it entirely. BVV goes into the mech with the cannibal, finds a huge connection onto Peak. This fight getting drawn out is the worst possible thing for Bowder. Tumult Ultimate gets up trying to lock these players down so that Bowder might be able to secure a kill and get a soul bloom just before one of their players goes down. Peak desperately throws out that Karumi so they can keep this contest going. But that's just going to be in 10 seconds and less. There it is. Bowder lose 2 of their players, and their chances to walk away with MVP just tank.
Yeah, I think that is going to be them in a very rough position. GG were able to pull it back, but they did have the last 5 or 6 minutes to do so. JL getting hit by the Pain's Breath. That is very unfortunate for them. No one's going to punish them off the back of that one, although they are in the area. There's a lot of people in the area. Very, very quiet performance here from GG. Once again, they find themselves in a fight, though, versus OUG. This could be their opportunity to get some gear. If they win this fight, they may still have a chance, but they are under-geared, they are under-equipped for this little scrap, and they are getting a lot of health taken away from them. CGS is doing everything he can. The Fear and Shove comes down. He actually gets a kill onto the King. You, next up on the menu, got the golden weapon. If they can find this, GG may just have bounced back, made the recovery, made the comeback of the century. SS being knocked back low. U goes down. OUG are out, and GG, golden weapon, better armor. They are back in the game.
They're back on the scoreboard too. They are so close behind KLA in terms of overall standings. So if a team like Wolves, who are on 12 kills, walk away with MVP, remember, the team who lifts that championship trophy is the team with the highest scoreboard. So if GG can eclipse KLA in first place, even if they don't pick up MVP, they still walk away the champion. So many teams stand in that way. However, Bowder, the one player who was able to pick up that soul bloom with Yang depletion, just having to play incognito at the moment. Zone's going to push Yiran. He's going to have to make a run for it.
Yeah,
right out
too much health.
Into the corruption. Doesn't want to get spotted. I don't think KLA caught him, but he's going to be out into the open now. Where is Yap? It's a lot easier to see as Yiran, unfortunately, fan for the scale rush speed, has to kite KLA. Remembers JDG. There's no Bane's Breath to surf into, though. Yiran is desperately looking for a team that he can run KLA into to avoid that pressure. He takes Sanctuary behind the ranks of JL, and off of the back of that one might be able to live, but JL now turn onto the lone Cicada. GG also in the area. VVV sits in with that F3, looks for a silence and a little bit of damage to burst through some of these players. 103.7, 102.3. This game score is neck and neck between KLA and GG. JL, if they hit a 20 bomb too, could potentially walk away first place in standings. Overall, it's going to be up to whoever walks with MVP, or if Wolves play havoc and yet again ruin and grief these teams at the top. It's going to come down to overall scoreboard. None of these teams want to go out until we hit that 5 teams remaining for the multiplier to start to come into play. Bane's Breath also slowing things down significantly as JDG surf right on through it. Get hit by so much pressure as well. They take the chances. They organize the hit. They see JDG sitting on that shop and they prevent it entirely, putting themselves up to 13 kills.
That is heartbreaking for them. Yaran is still holding on. I mean, right now he's just playing for multipliers. It would have to be a miracle for him, but JDG finding himself in danger. Beautiful little parry, but that is going to be the end of them as KLA up their score even more. 9 kills on the board for them. 4.5 minutes left in this game. Everybody is geared to the teeth at this point. GG, I have to give it to them. Win or lose, the recovery they made, the composure to come back from this one, because you could see CXZ not CXZ, sorry. You can see every time CJS went down, he would put his hands on his head. He was so irritated by the state of the game, but it's not over yet. The fighting is breaking out and KLA have jumped up to those 10 kills. If anybody wants to compete, they need to compete soon, but with a monk guarding the area, it's so hard. Rushin98 catches CJS with a grab inside the 10. He's going to try and look for the slam, unable to fully make the connection, and Rushin98 is actually losing a lot of HP here to the side of GG. They're down. GG get themselves another kill. DRG losing their final player standing. 3 minutes left. GG are going to make an appearance any moment now as JL is on them. They joined them as the first 2 teams in to the top spot. And One Feng's getting absolutely obliterated by the cannon. QGG slides in. One Feng has to transform into the Terracotta Warrior to break away. It's an open space. Lots of areas for them to hide. Going to jump into the Spirit Well, but they're going to get forced out by KLA. Bowders Yaran also joining inside the Spirit Well, just evading and avoiding anybody. Wolves ZK gets himself a light tap, but nothing too major at this point. One Feng's going to lose his transformation. He takes into the dome for a bit of safety, but he loses his safety net now as the Terracotta Warrior form drops on top of GG's home and is immediately swarmed by wolves. One Feng's armor going low, but GG are going to keep the pressure up onto him. They come in with all the damage. There's the parry. One Feng goes down. ZK secures the kill. That's the 14th kill now over to the side of wolves. GG don't fully commit. They peel back. They play it nice and safe. KLA, though, and Bowder have found Yaran. They've got themselves the kill onto them. 5 teams left in this circle. KLA holding tight in their corner. GG on that low ground and wolves off in the distance. The other teams are just the scraps, the remnants of the teams who remain behind them. One member of JL is standing as they are going to drop down into the middle of the dead, into the middle of the action. CJS pops the ultimate. The sandstorm breaks out, but he's being peppered and knocked back into low health, into the zone. He's burning down. The healing's coming in. He's able to reposition inside thanks to the sandstorm for his Takeda. He's healing back up. He gets the damage on the Cuckoo. Cuckoo's going low. The Fearing Shove secures the kill for GG. They're up to 8. Now they're looking for CXZ. KLA on the menu here for GG. They're going for the MVP. Can they make it happen? ZK loses so much HP. They're going to get the knockback down as JL take out CXZ. From the side of KLA, EG goes down. That's another one for GG. They're chasing for more, keeping the pressure up onto ZK. ZK's just being juggled by GG into the zone. Down he goes. ZK falls to LXM. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride no more. GG are taking everything. They have nothing left standing in their way. The 3-man squad obliterates everyone before them. GG have done it. They have finally taken the NBPL.